Alrighty, YouTube, we are here with the new simulation room overclock event. So yes, this is a current event, but they are going to make this a permanent game mode once we give feedback on it. So don't worry if you are wondering if this is a permanent or anything like that. It is an event right now. It's in beta, but we are going to be be able to use it right now and give our feedback to shift up later for it to be a permanent event. So it's a very unique one, right? I'm not gonna lie, especially when you scroll down on your options for the bio settings here, they give you some weird options that I know a lot of people are gonna dislike. Again, you don't have to choose this, right? This is if you want to challenge yourself and get better rewards, but there are some, like for example, right, the cooldown of burst 1 Nikkes are fixed to 40 seconds no matter who they are, right? And no cooldown reduction can do anything about it. So characters like Litter, characters like Dorothy, their burst skills, rather than being a 20-second cooldown, it's fixed to 40 seconds, right? And they also have one that literally counters Blanc. This one where Blanc's burst skill is fixed to 40 seconds and nobody, not even Noir, can bring it to 20 seconds. So it's a bit crazy. It's a bit crazy. We're gonna start off easy right now, right? We're just gonna do the core. I'm gonna explain the core ratio in a second as well, right? Let me explain that right now. So overall, this is how it works, right? You have the ratio 1 here and your expected power and your best record. Don't worry about your best record because you haven't done it, right? You have your expected power that goes up depending on which core ratio passive you choose, and then your overall ratio. So right now we only have one ratio because the first one, which is the level cap is 400, is currently fixed, right? So as you guys see, it says fixed there. That's the passive that everybody gets. If you are, for example, let's say your account level is 405, your characters are not going to be level 405, they're going to cap at 400, right? But depending on what core ratio you choose and the passive from that core ratio, it's going to go up. So for example, this is the 4+4 core ratio. If I choose this buff, which is 30% more attack that the raptors do to me, my ratio is going to be at 5. And then obviously you do the math. I believe you can, oh no, you can choose as many as you want, right? And as long as they don't lock off, right? You can choose as many as you want in the columns, right? Just not the row. All right, I hope I did that right. Rows and columns, right? But yeah, we're gonna start easy. We're gonna go +2 attack, which is 20%, and then the 2 HP, which is 25%. So the raptors are going to have let's redo that. We're supposed to have, right? So we're gonna have the plus attack and the plus speed, and then we're gonna go in there. So my expected power is 213. Obviously my power is much higher than that, but I guess we're just gonna go in there, right? The live stream has been waiting for too long. So it's just like the regular simulation room. Can you skip these? Oh, you can quick battle them. Okay, so if you're still higher than the power, you can quick battle, so you don't have to actually forcefully fight it, right? You don't have to actually forcefully fight it. Let's do a hard mode just so that I can show you guys what it's looking like with this team, I guess. And you do get power as you do it as well, right? So it's like just a regular simulation room. It's just now you get more rewards depending on which. So let's say, for example, your team power is 230,000, right? But you end up getting a core ratio that expected power is meant to be 250,000, right? You can get more CP, or let's say combat power. You can get more combat power from the buffs that you get from the regular simulation. So it's a really good addition to help players get matched, right? It's not too difficult because you get to choose what you want to do as well. So there really isn't any complaint. If you cannot beat the highest difficulty, it's not because the game is rigged or anything like that. It's because 1, you chose the highest difficulty, and 2, you probably could not beat, right? This is meant for all players who are able to beat all of 5 levels of simulation room. Not only that, like for example, Epic right here, I'm gonna get a massive combat power buff. Now I'm at 265k. So this is a really good feature, right? Maybe from next time you can choose higher. The thing is, I want to know, once you complete it, can you go back in there if you feel a bit confident that you can do even higher numbers, right? Because it does say there's a best record like feature in this game. I'm just randomly choosing here because I know I'm going to be able to clear it, right? But can you go back in here and get more rewards if you choose, right? So for example, I started with 140,000 combat power. I'm currently at 200 and 85, right? So my regular combat power is higher than the recommended one, but through the buffs I've gotten, now it's, you know, 285,000, right? Level limit again, 400. It does not mean you're going to be 400, just if you're past level 400, which majority of you guys are not. Only whales are, right? It is what it is. Only whales are over 400, so you don't got to worry about it. But if you go down here, you guys are gonna see, so now the Raptors, they do more damage, they have more HP, stuff like that, but I am still using like Red Hood and stuff like that. If I do decide to challenge myself more, I can use other characters, like it was easy, right? That was just, what was that, chat? 5 core ratio, the fixed one with 2 and 2, right? Simply, you know, you have these DPS, you can go ahead and do what you want. If you want to challenge yourself, and then you guaranteed get all the rewards from before and the overclock. Oh, that's good. So you don't even have to do the regular simulation and then the new simulation. I thought you had to do 1 and 2, but you could just do overclock mode and it will give you the 42 from the regular one, which is regular simulation room, and then the rewards that you decided to obtain yourself from the overclock. But by end simulation, the question is, can I go back in there and aim for higher rewards or even more rewards? Is it a one-day thing, right? Because it said my best record is 5. Okay? Bio setting, right? I'm not able to claim rewards from here, but if I do this, okay, so you can. So that's so good. That's pretty good. So I ended up doing the attack buff, the +2 attack buff and HP buff. As you guys see, it says there's no more rewards. I can't get no more rewards. But if I end up doing the +3 attack buff and the +3 HP buff, I'm able to get more rewards, right? So if you are confident in your ability where 245 expected power, my power is higher than, I'm able to go back in there and get an additional 20 skill manual 2, and all these other materials. So that's pretty good, right? We can go ahead and do that, right? If I need to, right? We can go ahead and do that. My power is right now is 239, right? And now I gotta redo a whole guide on simulation rooms for these tasks and stuff, because so many people make mistakes. So this is gonna be very, very good. But this new content is going to be very good. So now they're just slightly stronger. I think it's 25% attack buff that the Raptors do to me, and then also a I guess a 30% HP buff that the Raptors have, right? Everything you're doing is not benefiting you. The only benefit you get from this is like the actual buffs you get from what you choose for the bio settings is all benefiting, you know, the other things. So here I'm underpowered. Let's see if I can do it, right? I'm underpowered, right? So there is that, right? But I'm definitely gonna, like, this is a good game mode. This is very good. So far it doesn't seem like there's any problem, right? The biggest concern is if I can go back and do it if I couldn't be a higher level. And I got my answer. I am underpowered here, but because I have these top tier characters, I'm not worried too much, right? But again, there are settings that stop you from using these characters, right? The settings that stop Tia and both Red Hood from, I guess Red Hood's already, right? But, and Tia is as well, right? But the thing is, if you choose that, you cannot use their skills that reduce their cooldown. So there are things in the game that stop you. If you have these broken characters, like for example, Scarlet, right? Or Red Hood or Modernium, these characters could probably help you get the plus whatever you're getting. But yeah, for example, now the highest ratio I was able to get to is 7. So I can't get any rewards below 7, but I can get any rewards from 8 and up, right? So if I go back, we're not going to do it again. I'm going to wrap this video after this, but after that, we can go from 7, or it doesn't even have to be, right? It doesn't, you don't have to keep adding up. You can do this and we'll get more rewards and we'll get the full 26. This is a really, really good feat, right? You can just constantly go back up if you're able to do it. So expected power 400k, could probably do it, depends, because obviously like story, I'm not 400k, but well, we're not 400, like 350-ish k or whatever in hard campaign or whatever. I'm able to defeat that with my current powers. So here with the buff on top of that, I'm sure I'm able to, right? But yeah, this new mode so far, very good. I do like the way it works. It does help out, you know, older players who are not heavy wheels, and wheels of course, right? Because the highest they're able to beat. Boom. Once this becomes permanent, now people are going to have more motivation to challenge. Essentially because you're going to be able to, like, now your new focus is trying to be able to clear the highest difficulty, a simulation overflow. So very good so far. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I like it. It's just like the regular simulation. They still kept all the other features. You can skip, you still get buffs from your passes, all that stuff. The only difference here now is that you get to challenge yourself and get more rewards if you decide to challenge yourself. Overall, I like it so far. I'm gonna explore with this throughout the 2 weeks we have with it. It is going to be permanent again after we get feedback about it. That's why it's a beta right now, but very good so far. I like it. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Boys, yeah. As the next time out. Peace.